Gyanganj, a mystical and enigmatic realm, is believed to exist in the Himalayas, specifically in the regions of Tibet or Nepal. This ethereal place finds mention in esoteric and spiritual traditions, but remains largely unrecognized or acknowledged by the mainstream world. Gyanganj is regarded as a concealed land, a hidden kingdom, or a secret city where highly enlightened and advanced beings reside. The term Gyanganji gained popularity through the profound work of Gopinath Kaviraj, who described it in his masterpiece book. According to Kaviraj, Gyanganj is inhabited by immortal beings, enlightened masters, and sages who have achieved exceptional levels of spiritual realization. They have consciously chosen seclusion, distancing themselves from the ordinary world. These remarkable beings possess extraordinary knowledge, wisdom, and powers, and they tirelessly guide and influence the world in diverse ways, dedicated to the spiritual evolution and upliftment of humanity. Gyanganj is often linked to the concept of Shambhala, a legendary and mythical kingdom believed to be a spiritually enlightened society concealed from the rest of the world. It is said that Gyanganj serves as a profound spiritual and intellectual center where profound teachings, esoteric knowledge, and advanced sciences are meticulously preserved and passed down through the ages. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe film Doctor Strange, the concept of Gyanganj is portrayed through the mystical place known as Kamar-Taj. Kamar-Taj is referenced as a significant location associated with the teachings of the Ancient One, who serves as the mentor to Doctor Strange. The Ancient One explains that she obtained her extensive knowledge and extraordinary powers by studying various mystical arts, some of which were practiced in Kamar-Taj. This mystical place is described as being situated near the Himalayas. Within the movie's narrative, Kamar-Taj functions as a sanctuary and training ground for sorcerers, including the main character, Doctor Strange himself. It serves as a hub for learning and honing the magical arts, where individuals dedicated to the mystic arts gather to develop their skills and expand their understanding of the universe's hidden dimensions and realities. Kamar-Taj, much like the concept of Gyanganj, represents a realm where esoteric knowledge and spiritual enlightenment are pursued and shared among those initiated into the mystical arts. Throughout ancient times, the expansive region of the Himalayas has served as a sacred abode for saints and spiritual beings, where they have diligently pursued their spiritual practices. From the wise sages and reclusive hermits of antiquity to the numerous enlightened saints and dedicated yogis of the present era, the Himalayas have witnessed an unbroken lineage of spiritual devotion across its diverse landscapes. Among the notable modern saints who have engaged in profound spiritual practices in various Himalayan regions, we find revered individuals such as Mahatma Tailang Swami, Loknath Brahmachari, Ram Thakur, Vijay Krishna Goswami, Swami Vishuddhananda, Shyamacharan Lahiri, Kuladananda, and others. These luminaries have left an indelible mark on the spiritual tapestry of the Himalayas. According to the writings of Gopinath Kaviraj, a realized individual, when seated in meditation, transforms the very place into a Siddhabhumi, a realm of spiritual attainment. The Siddhabhumi assumes different names and forms in the divine play, corresponding to the realized individual's name or in accordance with divine principles. The great sages of yore, such as Dattatreya, Agastya, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, and others, along with realized saints, established their own Siddha ashrams, disseminating knowledge and ancient wisdom. Those who attain the state of self-realization become the custodians and patrons of these Siddhabhumis. Among them are those who eschew desires for power or position, residing with their subtle bodies within the realms of Siddhabhumi, or even transcending its boundaries. Just like a realized soul remains unaffected in all circumstances, similarly, these Siddhabhumis also maintain their distinctive nature. Once a practitioner achieves self-realization, the very land upon which they attain enlightenment becomes infused with their realized energy. Thus, it becomes evident that the Siddha Atma, realized being, manifest the so-called Siddhabhumi according to their own volition. According to Gopinath Kaviraj's assertions, not only in the Himalayas but also in various regions of India, there exist such Siddhabhumis where dedicated practitioners continue their yogic practices. Undoubtedly, the number of Siddhabhumis in the Himalayas is significantly higher due to the multitude of yogis engaging in spiritual disciplines there. Within this Himalayan region, the enigmatic land of Tibet houses numerous monasteries and ashrams unbeknownst to the civilized world. These sacred places remain inconspicuous to ordinary tourists. Within these ashrams, profound meditation techniques and the teachings of ancient sciences are imparted. Access to these ashrams is exclusively reserved for esteemed sadhakas who have devoted themselves to the path of self-realization. In April 1959, when His Holiness the Dalai Lama was fleeing from Tibet to India, Kaviraj had an opportunity to have discussions on this subject with him. During the discussion, they discussed an incident related to Tibet. During World War II, 2 German soldiers managed to escape British forces and unintentionally found themselves in Tibet. They discovered a monastery that provided them with all the comforts and conveniences of modern civilization. After the war ended, they bid farewell to the monks and embarked on a journey towards India on foot. However, much to their astonishment, they ended up in Burma instead. Once they reached a populated area, they shared their extraordinary experience, but people found it difficult to believe that such a remote land could possess advanced facilities. In an attempt to convince others, the soldiers extended an invitation saying, "If you doubt us, come along and we will guide you there." They retraced their steps and returned to Tibet with a group of curious tourists. To their bewilderment, upon reaching the same location, they discovered that the monastery had vanished. Only the towering mountain peak, the cluster of trees where they spent countless hours in deep conversation, and the enchanting waterfall where they used to bathe remained. Everything was as it had been, except for the grand monastery that once provided them with the luxuries of the civilized world.